friends, and welcome to the latest issue of the Wiser newsletter. And this week we're going to be talking about Apple and their battle against Epic Games and the European Union. We're going to talk about Ether and the rise of the price of the cryptocurrency, and also looking at what's so special about Lemonade Insurance as we take our very first reader question from Craig of the United Kingdom. But before we get on to all of the detail, I just want to remind you, if you like the videos, subscribe to the channel button below and press the little notify button so that you get reminded. If you're reading this on Substack or you're listening to this through the audio blog, press the heart button because that gives us a like. That shows us that you have enjoyed the content that we've put out for you today. So the headline story really is about Apple and the 30% App Store tax. Now the issue is that when you own the rails, you do make the rules. And in Apple's case, the railway line is the App Store. And it's the only way an app developer can get to their destination of choice, which is your iPhone. Now, when you control what goes into the billion iPhones in the world, your rules will face close scrutiny. And the rule that's causing Apple the most problem is the one that forces all apps to use Apple's payment system. This is where Apple takes 30% of all in-app spend. Now, Apple's defense is that they have created a safe, stable, scalable ecosystem that allows apps like Fortnite to prosper. Epic reported that Fortnite made more than $9 billion in its first 2 years between 2018 and 2019. No small amount of that due to the iPhone. Now for Apple, they're fighting this corner on two fronts. First off, let's look at Epic Games versus Apple in the American courts. This is a 3-week court case that started this week. Now Epic are the makers of Fortnite. That's the post-apocalyptic, zombie-infested video game played by over 350 million users, mostly men under the age of 34. It is one of the most played video streaming games in the world. Epic didn't like paying the 30% App Store fee, so last autumn they tried to get around it by changing the way their users spent money on the game. Apple didn't like what Epic were doing and, after some pushing and shoving, kicked Epic off the App Store. Epic responded with a 1984-style free Fortnite video and a see you in court notice, which started this week. Now I've been following the case this week and commentators are frankly mixed on predicting the outcome. But in my humble opinion, Apple lose either way. Apple are the most valuable company in the world. Their App Store revenue is estimated at $60 billion this year. In the court of public opinion, it is hard to see how Apple can come out as winners. Meanwhile, over in Europe, the European Union are after Apple for anti-competitive practices regarding the App Store. This is not a court case like the Epic trial in the US. This is an investigation. The centre of interest for the EU is Spotify, who happen to be of Swedish origin. The EU have issued this strongly worded statement outlining the case against Apple, which includes such things as Apple promoting Apple Music over the vastly superior product, which is Spotify. Now, if the European Union Commission concludes their investigation based on just this statement alone, Apple can expect a hefty fine. Although, frankly, in Apple's case, what constitutes a hefty fine is a moot point. By the way, just to provide some balance, Google faced similar issues and scrutiny. The Play Store, which bear in mind is the duopoly with the App Store, the Play Store has the same 30% tax rate as Apple, and Google faced multiple antitrust, anti-competition investigations and court cases on both sides of the Atlantic. The EU fined Google $9 billion between 2017 and 2019 for anti-competitive violations. However, their revenues were over $400 billion in the same period. This fine had little more impact than a parking ticket. Now let's move on to Crypto Corner. And the headline story this week is about Ether, which has hit an all-time high. This is a key milestone for Ethereum. It was passed earlier this week when Ether, the crypto that fuels the Ethereum network, passed the $3,000 price point for the very first time. As I was writing this article and putting it to bed, the world's second largest cryptocurrency was bumping up around $3,500. Now, Ethereum is often referred to as the next internet, the so-called Web 3.0. This is because of the programmable nature of the underlying technology, which is called blockchain. Now, these are still early days for Ethereum. Think the internet, 1995. Much of the possibilities and potential center on decentralized apps called dApps, especially in the area of decentralized financial services, which is known as DeFi. And it is this excitement about the potential of Ethereum that is one of the key drivers of the price for Ether. On the flip side, we have DogeCoin. Now, DogeCoin was created as a joke. The logo features the face of the Shiba Inu dog from the Doge meme. hence the name DogeCoin. Now, the two software engineers behind DogeCoin created it with no real utility in mind other than as a parody of crypto. However, DogeCoin has created a cult status enhanced by tweets from Elon and has developed traction as a payment mechanism free of bank fees. It is now, strangely enough, the fourth most valuable cryptocurrency. As an interesting side, DogeCoin co-creator Billy Marcus sold all of his crypto. He sold it all in 2015 to buy a Honda Civic. Today, DogeCoin is worth more than the whole of Honda Motor Company. And as a little teaser, next week we're going to be doing a special feature on central bank digital currencies, when it is going to be my pleasure to write an article, produce a video and issue a podcast in discussion with Richard Turin, the author of Cashless. Now, I've already recorded these things, so I've seen what's coming, and I can tell you this is not one you're going to want to miss. We have our very first question from a reader. It's from Craig of Swindon in the United Kingdom. And it's a great one for me because I happen to know the founder and CEO, Daniel Schreiber, of this company. Craig's question is, I've seen a lot of press about Lemonade and how they are disrupting the insurance market. What is it that makes Lemonade so special? Well, theirs is a phenomenal story. In fact, when they launched in September 2016, I wrote an article on the very launch day, and the headline was, Lemonade Go Live, Insurance Will Never Be the Same Again. So what are the 5 things that make Lemonade so special? First, they're a tech company that does insurance. Around a third of the insurance claims are paid using artificial intelligence. Much of the customer service is provided by chatbots. And being a tech company is important in understanding their motivation to build a digital solution totally centered around the customer. Number 2, in less than 5 years, they have over 1 million customers. They attract customers who have never bought insurance before. As the customer moves to a bigger home, they upgrade the insurance with Lemonade. As they get a dog, they add the pet into the insurance. Lemonade now provide life insurance and have just announced car insurance. The key point is that every time a customer adds more insurance onto their cover, the cost to sale for Lemonade is 0, and they stay with Lemonade year after year after year. Number 3, they're vertical. And by this I mean think Tesla. This means that they control everything about the customer journey themselves, from the technology and administration, sales and distribution, through to customer service and paying claims. As Lemonade get bigger and achieve big league scale, this vertical strategy will be a significant moat for them. Number 4, they're an all-in-one subscription service. Instead of having multiple insurance policies that renew at different times, with Lemonade you pay altogether, flexibly adding and removing cover as needed. This creates a recurring revenue model, which is superior to the transactional model of traditional insurers. Customers tend to stick with Lemonade and not shop around, which is known as churn in the industry, every year. And finally, they have built trust into the brand proposition. Lemonade have separated the pot of money that pays claims from the pot of money that runs the business and makes a profit. Money that is left over in the claims pot is given to charity, not to shareholders. It gets at the heart of why many people believe it to be fair game to embellish an insurance claim. If you knew that the Rolex you never had, which you fraudulently added to your claim, was taking money away from the local hospice, dog centre or children's home rather than the shareholders of an insurance company, would you still add the Rolex to the insurance claim? This is the gangster move that separates Lemonade from the rest of the insurance industry. Now, later this year, to coincide with the 5-year anniversary of Lemonade, Daniel Schreiber has kindly agreed to make a feature article with me. And that's all for this week. Thanks very much for reading, watching and listening. Subscribe to the YouTube channel here so that you don't miss any of the videos that I put up. And please head over to the Substack website and sign up so you get the emails and the podcasts as well. Till next week, and remember, inside information gives you leverage. Thanks for listening.